Courtney, thanks very much. Gasoline prices might slow down summer travelers in the United States, but Starwood Hotels is showing no signs of slowdown, particularly in China, where the company will be opening one hotel every 2 weeks for the next 3 years in China. In fact, Starwood Hotels will relocate global headquarters to China for a month-long managerial endeavor. Our next guest is headed there right after the interview tonight. Before that, we get his take on where he sees the health of the economy, the hotel industry right now. Joining me in a CNBC exclusive is Fritz Van Passion. He is Starwood Hotels and Resorts Worldwide CEO. Fritz, very nice to have you on the program.
It's great to be here. Thank you.
I want to chat to you first about this this move to China. Why are you going to China for moving the whole headquarters there for a month-long managerial endeavor? What are you trying to achieve?
Well, the real objective here is China is such a growth engine for us. You mentioned every 2 weeks we'll be opening a hotel. 1 in every 3 hotels that we're going to open in the next 3 to 4 years will be in China. So this is an opportunity for us to get closer to that market.
What can you tell us about operating in China? You know, we hear so much about the opportunity. 1.5 billion people, you've got to have a foothold there. And yet we hear just as much about the barriers to entry because the Chinese recognize that the population is enormous and you've got to have a joint venture. Have you had any troubles in terms of ownership and operating in China?
No, one of the great things about our business model is we work with local real estate developers and investors. So the vast majority of the hotels that we have in China are owned by Chinese developers. And what that means is we have partners on the ground who know the market, know how to get things done, and want to work with us.
Of course, China's story seems to be really dictating the story of the markets, the story of the global economy every day. Every time we feel that things are slowing down, the commodities sell off or etc. Have you seen evidence of a slowdown in China?
No. And in fact, what we've seen is because China is such a large and dynamic economy, you'll see fits and starts in supply and demand. After the Olympics in Beijing in 2008, we saw a slowdown in Beijing. It didn't last 12 months before there was a shortage again. 300 million people are going to be moving from the countryside to cities in China alone, basically the population of the U.S. So there's a long runway of demand growth right now.
And you think that transition will be smooth?
I can't forecast that it's going to be smooth, but I can tell you that the growth over the last 30 years has been absolutely extraordinary. The availability of capital there has continued to accumulate. And so the build in demand is absolutely there. Will it be a smooth trail? We'll see.
Sure. I mean, these are tough transitions. I mean, we're strictly moving from an export-led economy to